Hi guys and welcome back to Retro Katie. In today's episode of Retro Katie, we're changing the game room, we're changing the collection, and Sony is for sale in the collection. Why Sony up for sale, you maybe are wondering, from the title. Basically, I'm not using it. Sony had PS1, PS2 and PS3 collection growing, as we all know. I bought the game but never got around to playing them, didn't even try them, so there's no point in me collecting them. I never had the inclination to turn on the PlayStation at all. Playing the Nintendo regular on the semi-regular. Always playing on the Xbox, as we know. So that's the main reason we got rid of the PlayStation, because I'm not using it. I feel like it makes my collection unit look too busy. We're going to have a look around at the collection unit, how it is, what the plan is. We've got to take out the PS2 and the PS3. Technically, moving stuff around to open up the gap, but we're not filling with more consoles to play, to collect for. We're just getting some display consoles, which we'll talk about in a minute. Change the Nintendo Sony Billy to just being full Nintendo, so I'll flip the camera around in a minute and show you what that looks like now. All the stuff I am selling from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 and the consoles as of the 1st of October have been listed on my Vinted and eBay links in the description down below in the link tree. I started doing this before the video. This video doesn't come out until in a couple of weeks since from point of recording, because you'll see this Friday is my Xbox 360 launch title video. We'll go through all Xbox 360 launch titles released. So this is coming out before my top 25, which is next week, should have been beforehand, so the hair will lose colour then in a couple of videos time, then the colour will be back. But I just want to get this video out sooner rather than later, so what's the plan for Gaming Grabs, you may be asking. With Gaming Grabs, that's still going to be running as a separate series to the 360 Pursuit and the Xbox Gambit. And that's everything now we'll test off N64, GameCube, Wii U, Switch 2 whenever I get one, Xbox One, Smart Delivery and Series X games. So now with the Nintendo Billy, we have 2 rows for N64 games. So we have some upright, we'll have a few forward facing. As we know, we only got 3 N64 games, so all forward facing until I can get some more. Got space for spare control, I've got the Ocarina of Time. And then we come down to GameCube, which we have another 2 shelves. Being more forward facing, but I've got to place to hold controllers, got space. Once I've got all the games I want for the GameCube, I could expand if I wanted to, but it gives me options. Then we move down to Wii. Got the empty cases for the games I'm planning to pick up. Cardboard now in the right place, which is much nicer. This will be 2 full shelves of Wii. Then we've got the Wii U shelf, which is almost got every game I want for the Wii U, but I'll have gaps, so I'll get a book at the end and have like Wii controllers hanging out there, or Wii Pro controller. Just close gaps, doesn't have to be full Wii games. My Switch collection I really need to work on. Got 4 games and the box just to fill the shelf out. Then currently down the bottom, because I don't have Switch 2, I don't know how much room the Switch games are going to take up. We got my Xbox 360 bestseller collection. So that's almost there, because there's only a few gaps left. But I'm going to have a gap there, because there's 44, and you're not going to get one forward facing, so I'll just put some random accessories there, just fill it out a bit. So we can see from the current state of play off the collection unit, we've got all the current consoles in. Got the PS2, PS3, 360, Xbox One X, the Gears of War 360, the Series X, GameCube, Wii U, Switch and the N64, and my cable box. And up here we've got VCR and Xbox. We've got a lot of consoles going on, all playable, but not all I want to collect for, as we know PS2 and PS3 going. So what's the plans for all these consoles moving forward? So we're going to raise the shelf up on the BT Hub box. Put the GameCube there so the disc drawer can open fully. Wii U and the Switch will go here, so we have nice run of consoles all along that top row. In this one, I'm going to put the Gears of War 3 console standing up, so we can see the artwork on the front with the controllers. That would be in that display cubbyhole. This one will be a display cubbyhole once I pick it up. The Gears of War Xbox One rated console, the 2TB one that'll go there is controlling the display stand. So these 2 become display console stands. That still leaves me with the third Gears of War console, the grey one. Picture there. What that looks like. Still need to get that. Don't know where I'm going to display it, but I still want it for the collection. So it does mean up here, the Xbox will move more central. VCR will move more to the left. And over here I'm going to put the N64, so it's easier to get carts in and out without damaging anything. There'll be clearance. So that will look make that look nicer. So the console will be along there. Display down there. Still got the Connect sensor. I've already given it a dry run, just taking the consoles out and tried it out. It looks so much nicer that way around, so we're going to lock it in. I have a couple of displays. We've got my fake doors, which are just all the plugs and switches hidden out the way. So that's nice and concealed. So that's the plan for that. I'll check in with you lot once we got the consoles in there. I'll place them in so you can see what it's starting to look like. I'll check in throughout because you don't need to see me dealing with all the cables behind the TV. So I'll make sure I plug the right ones in. I've got to take cables out to sell with these. But at least it's nice and organised back there. And I can make it easy in using all the consoles. Be more chance of me playing them more often. I've run into my first issue. I didn't realise these are kind of... No way taking the nuts out of here. The only way anyone knows of a way moving an IKEA Calyx shelf up so now I can have it how I want it. Let me know in the comments down below because that's stumped me at the moment. So I'm going to have to leave this shelf as it is just because I can't figure no way of moving it. If I think of a way of moving it before the video comes out, I'll insert a clip. If I don't, I'll look forward to the up for comments. Right guys, so we have got all the consoles now set up. So as you can see, you've got the Gears of War 3 console down there. Nothing moved the pads over. That will sit there. That looks very nice there. Ideally, you get some sort of light to come on so it illuminates that. That would look really nice. Trying to get the other Gears of War red console Xbox One there. That would look nice having them two on display. So now I just need to install the Xbox controller and the N64 controller, so they're there. Still haven't worked out how to move that shelf up, so I've got GameCubes underneath the cable box. The Xbox 360 Wii U will get a 3D printed stand so the pads at an angle so you can see more of the screen. That will look nicer that way, I reckon. Got the One X, it's plugged in, it works, it doesn't get used. Got the switch underneath. I'm tempted to switch my switch out to the Smash Bros switch. It still keeps the same colour thing going, but it'll be a bit more pattern going on. Breaks up this all. I think that looked nice there. Cool. The Series X hasn't moved. And up here you can see still got the sensor bar, got the rare air freshener. You need that in the game room. We got our VCR now next to the Xbox. That Xbox is not central, but it's over a whole, more or less a square. I'm going to line them up better so they're over the sort of cubes. N64's there with Master Chief holding controller. That's about. It looks like the same gap you would have got if I left it down there, but I could pull that out, left enough slack so that it can come out and the carts don't become an issue, so that's perfect. But from this angle, I'm loving this view now. It looks cleaner to me. There's not as much going on. It looks, I feel like this is looking better. Still need to sort that shelf out at some point. But I don't know if I want to have a shelf there or get some brackets so the soundbar sits flush underneath the TV. I think that looked nicer. Something I haven't done from my last game review update. I still have not replaced the power brick from that cupboard to the plug over there. Still need all the ones, so that's on my to-do list still. And then that'll be locked in properly. So I've still got to move that wall, which I'm not looking forward to. But it worked jankily. They're all plugged in. They all work. But the main consoles I'm using at the Xbox anyway. The Switch I've got access to. But these older gen consoles, if I want to use them, I'll just do them jank, but they're not left in overnight jank. That is the video for this week. It was a bit of a short one because it's just me changing some bits to let you know why Sony's gone out of the collection. I'm not using it. It might have been a big part of my journey becoming a video gamer, but it's not. Of course, I seem to keep for long in the collection. So no more Sony for me. Just stick to Nintendo and Xbox. Limit myself down to 2 consoles. In theory, I could add more games for each section if I wanted to, but the Gambit, the 360 Pursuit, the games I want for the Nintendo are only first party games, so I don't need much room for them. But the game room, as we all know, game rooms are never 100% locked in. But I'm happy with this iteration of the game room. Like I said before, all the link, anything what's for sale, any of the PS3, PS2 games, PS1 games, or the consoles I have taken out the collection what are up for sale are linked in the description down below. But I can't guarantee by the time this comes out what is left, because they are selling rather quickly. Because my PS3 Move subset, I was 2 away from completing. I stopped, and at 90% of that collection's already gone within 1 day of me listing it live on Vinted and eBay. So if PS2 games, they're pretty much gone. PS1 games are pretty much gone. Consoles are going up after this this video, so in the next hour on the 1st of October there will be on PS2 going with 2 gamepads and the PS3 going with 3 gamepads. I'll only be charging CS unboxed price with the extra pads, so it's a bit of a deal. I'll still get more than voucher, so everyone wins. But I'll catch you lot in next week's episode, which will be the top 25 Xbox 360 games.